Hey guys, and in this video I wanted to go back to my first video I made on this channel, which was a one-arm chin-up tutorial, and I just wanted to answer some common questions and queries on that video. We'll get straight into it. So first question from Balint Rainer. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing all your names, by the way, I'm trying my best. So this video helped me tremendously to get back on one-arm chin-up training. I tend to add too much variety to my training, but your video helped me realise to keep it simple. Cheers. Thank you for the question. So this isn't really a question, but I think it's important to highlight that if you want to progress fast in any calisthenics skill, the best thing to do is just laser focus on that one skill. So you need to kind of drop the training of your other skills. It's possible to maintain your other skills, but I think you're better off just focusing on one, still doing your other skills, but not as much, because you need that frequency to progress quickly in that skill. And also your workouts need to become somewhat repetitive in order to track your progress. And you don't need to do that forever, you just need to do it for a bit whilst you get that skill, and then you can dial back the training and do other stuff as well. Next question from Balanioptera Musculus. Great name. Nice, how did you structure your full body sessions? So, yeah, back when I was training for the one-arm chin, I was doing full body sessions 3 times per week. I no longer train like that, but it is what I did at the time to get the one-arm chin. And I'd basically structure it like this. I've actually commented here. So, warm up 5 to 10 minutes. I would do a main one-arm chin exercise, 3 sets for each arm. So if you go back to the video, you can see what the main exercises were and what the supplementary exercises were. Then I do a push exercise for 3 sets, so it's just something like push-ups or dips. Then I do a supplementary one-arm chin exercise. Then I do 3 sets of legs, so that would usually be pistol squats, because at the time I was just doing bodyweight legs only. And then I'd finish off with 10 to 20 minutes of stretching and mobility. And the reason I did the full body sessions is because you need that frequency to improve fast in the skill, like I said earlier. So next question, Dimitris Zerkalidis. I liked your program. I will follow a similar structure and maybe add some weighted pull-ups. By the way, how many reps were you hitting on the OAC main exercises? The main OAC exercises, he means negatives, pauses, and half reps. I would basically just do 1 rep per set on each side. So it was very intense. So it's set, for example, if I was doing negatives, I do 1 negative on my right, rest 2.5 minutes, do 1 negative on my left, rest 2.5 minutes. And that one rep would be 1 set. And I'd be doing 3 reps on each side, so 3 sets on each side. Total of 6 sets. Good to hear the weight comparisons, but what is your height? Also, was there much hypertrophy as you progressed? And that's from Ant. So he's referencing my weight, which was 67 to 72 kilos. And in that part of the video, I was just talking about how much harder it is to do a one-arm chin when you're even a little bit heavier. Every 1 kilo over just makes the move so much harder. So when I was 67 kilos, it was a lot easier than when I was 72, for example. In fact, at one point, I don't even think I could do one-arm chins because I felt too heavy. With regards to the hypertrophy question, I'd say there's almost no hypertrophy from one-arm chin training. If you're expecting to build muscle from those low reps, high intensity strength skills, you probably won't. You're better off doing high volume endurance training. For example, every minute on the minute training. I've got a video talking about that here. Zishan Kadri, nice content, man. Thank you very much. I'm at the point where I'm comfortable with the one-arm negatives and can do weighted one-arm negatives with 2.5 kilos. We'll be trying out the half rep tip, which you have mentioned. I would like to know how many reps of main and supplementary exercise should be done. Doing these negatives plus hold just 1 time is quite taxing, and then it becomes difficult in doing negatives after that. So like I said earlier, I do 3 sets of 1 rep on each arm. And then for the supplementary exercises, I was doing 3 to 6 reps per set on each arm. And that it just depended on the exercise I was doing, depending how difficult I found it. So the next question from Breakfast. Hi, I'm a little late to this vid, but would you recommend doing OAC training before the OAP, or that either doesn't matter? Or maybe OAP for the one session and OAC for the other? I've heard that OAP is harder, but it's one of my goals after losing it, and it feels impossible to gain it back. Well, firstly, it's great that you were already able to do it. It will be a lot easier to achieve it again if you've already done it because of muscle memory, essentially. To answer your question, I don't think the one arm chin is a prerequisite for the one arm pull, although a lot of people find it easier because you can recruit your bicep in the movement as well. So just a bit of extra assistance. I'd say if you're a complete beginner learning the one arm chin, then you're better off learning the one arm chin first because you can recruit that bicep. Also, all the exercises which I discussed in the other video are a lot easier in that supinated grip. So the negatives are easier, the pauses are easier, the half reps are easier. Leon Idas, love it, keep it up. Will do, thank you, Leon Idas. Balint Karesuri. Is it okay to do regular pull-ups and chin-ups for volume work after the one-arm chin exercises? I've recently started working on one-arm chins, but beforehand I worked my way up to 30 pull-ups, and I am afraid of losing the endurance if I only train the one-arm chin. 30 pull-ups is great, Balint, well done, good for you. I would say, with your question, it depends how much time you train, how much time you have to train, sorry. But you could definitely maintain your endurance at the same time whilst training for your one-arm chin. And doing it after your one-arm chin training is definitely better than doing it beforehand. I would only say you don't want to be training your endurance to failure because you don't want to have that DOMS or delayed onset muscle soreness that will affect your training in the later days. But you will find doing your endurance after your one-arm chin training will be very tiring. You actually feel very fatigued and the sets won't feel very, they won't feel very nice actually. They'll feel kind of grim. But you can definitely do them both at the same time, it's just a matter of time. ACA 1995. Did you do any kind of weighted pull-ups? I know they aren't 100%, but I find they speed up the process a little. I personally didn't do any weighted pull-ups at all, but I know some people have and found it useful. However, I would say it's pretty much impossible to get the one-arm chin from weighted pull-ups alone because it doesn't mimic the movement pattern in the same way. It's definitely useful for baseline strength, but you need to use it in conjunction with other exercises. Kieran McBanana, these are great names. Thanks for the tips, man. I'm gonna try it. No worries. Jahan Thakur, great content, thank you. Socrates K, nice vid, but for the feedback, I think it would be better if you spoke a bit faster. Very true, I do speak a bit slowly and I know I can lose people's attention, so I'm working on that. Thanks for the feedback. So Francoise, I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce her surname. Hello, after this 2 exercises, do you another exercises or your training finish? So yeah, like I said, for the when I was training one-arm chin, it would just be the main exercise, then the supplementary exercise, and then that would be it. But I was doing that 3 times a week, remember? And also for each exercise, it was 3 sets on each arm, so 6 sets per exercise, which is a total of 12 sets per session, which is actually quite a lot. Why you call it a one-arm chin? Lol. I guess because I'm doing one-arm chin. Unless you mean one arm, am I shortening it from one arm chin up? Yes. And Huestor's Achilles Maximo Merido, your biceps are bigger. Thank you, Huestor. I've been working on it. So thank you for all those comments and questions. That video is actually my first on this channel, and a lot has changed since then. And I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers and all the support. It makes a big difference, and every comment that I get on the video, I read, I answer all of them, and it just makes the whole process a lot nicer for me when I get a bit of feedback to see what's good in the video, what people like, what people don't like. And it often makes my day when I see a nice comment on a video, so I appreciate those. It does seem like the community on this channel is very positive and encouraging, and I hope I can continue to provide good content to you, which is educational, maybe inspirational, and hopefully even entertaining content. Remember, because I'm still a small channel, I can answer all your questions, so just take this opportunity for some free advice and just ask me a question about literally anything. It can be about calisthenics, it can be about meditation, or just anything about life. I will happily answer it. And as always, please give a like for the algorithm, it helps a lot, and subscribe to the channel for more contemplative fitness content. Catch you next time.